If you want to be insanely rich early and have access to unlimited money, you are in the right place. I've spent 60 hours in the game to give you the best money farming methods currently so that you can be filthy rich as early as possible. Like for example, the tower method will give you an insane amount of keys for your exploration needs while also giving you a decent amount of hourly silver gains. This spot will allow you to farm infinitely spawning boxes that gives you a lot of bulging copper coins, unpacked goods, and as mentioned, a lot of keys as well. I highly recommend taking advantage of this spot for at least 30 minutes or an hour to get a huge boost, especially if you've just started the game. Find this awesome spot by heading way south from the town of Hernand. If you are new to the game, expect a long ride with your horse, but indeed, the payoff is worth it. Once you arrive in the location, the Spire of Insight is guarded by regular bandits who are easy to take out. Clear the bandits and face the tower entrance. Use your blinding light to burn the thorny branches blocking the tower entrance. Access the entrance and take at least one pebble from the ground and drop it on the wall-mounted basin, and the gates of the tower will be open. This is a tower puzzle, so we need to solve a series of riddles to progress. And the first one requires a gravestone for the elevator to work. And find a gravestone located on a desk positioned in the back of the elevator. Get the gravestone and place it on the golden basin so the elevator activates and moves to the next floor. The second puzzle will require a telescope and a pen tip. Find the telescope by doing a 180-degree turn away from the elevator and heading to the right when facing the shelves. Get the telescope located on the table and place it on the golden basin. Next is the pen tip, and facing the bookshelves again, head to your left this time. Enter the nearest room and check the table on your left with the pen tip on it. Get the item and place it in the golden basin to move on to the last puzzle and to make the elevator work. For the last puzzle, we need 3 things to get here. But first, get the gold bar recipe for your money farming needs later on at mid-game. Then grab the celestial or the globe near the recipe and put it in the golden basin to progress. Then on your right, get the small map rotator placed on the bookshelves just like the other items so far. Then place it again on the basin. Get the sundial, which is the last piece of the puzzle, so get it and place it on the basin just like the other items. And the elevator will lead you to the highest floor of the tower where the abyss gate is located. Head inside the gate to activate your main abyss nexus for this method. So if you want to farm keys and silver, you can just teleport over the said nexus later on and jump and glide your way to the tower for easy access. Access the tower again by skydiving from the abyss, and once you reach the tower, ride the elevator all the way to the 3rd level of the tower. The cabinets in this area have a total of 3 drawers in each and one of them. So what you need to do first is go into each cabinet and open all of its drawers. And there are 8 cabinets total in this area, so make sure no cabinets are left unchecked. And then, here comes the farming route. Start on any cabinets, and notice that the 3 boxes respawn on each cabinet, so you don't really need to open the drawers, but instead, you can pick all of the boxes now. I will fast forward the clip for you to see the farming route. So what I usually do here is go around in a counterclockwise motion. As you complete a whole cycle, you can definitely see here that the boxes will continue to respawn, so farm to your heart's content. And as mentioned, you will be getting 3 types of drops in here: the bulging copper coins, keys, and unpacked trade goods. If you consistently farm in a 30-minute session, your inventory will look exactly as it does on the screen right now. A 30-minute session will give you 131 silver on average after opening all of the copper pouches, a whopping 103 keys, and additional 131 silver by selling the unpacked trade goods directly. If you do this consistently for an hour, we are looking at an average of 660 to 720 silver per hour, and a whopping 170 to 190 keys per hourly gains. Keep in mind as well that you can only sell unpacked trade goods after beating the main story boss of Chapter 2 to make the most out of this method, and I am also showing the location of the merchant on the screen right now. And if you are getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me more than you can imagine. Or consider supporting us on Patreon or by becoming a channel member today, and I appreciate your support. But what if you simply want more gains that can give you hundreds of silver coins per attempt? The Bagan gambling spot is one of the best early methods to take advantage of to earn a huge amount of silver. The rules and mechanics of this game are really daunting to look at, but you really don't need to worry about how it works in this method. This method will allow you to manipulate your chances of winning by saving and reloading your progress to avoid losses. The location that we need to access is the town of Bagan, located northeast of the town of Hernand or northwest from the main town of Deminis. Once you arrive in the area, you can really admire the scenery, but you are not here for a vacation and you are here to win a serious amount of money. The entrance of the gambling den is just near the main south entrance of the town. Enter the gambling den and take your seat, and here comes the fun part. The actual method is pretty simple. Save your progress first and pay 150 coins to play the game. Right at the very start of the game, go all in by pressing the R2 button or the right trigger button on a Xbox controller. Then see the results if you win or not, and if you win, get your earnings, retire yourself in the game, save your progress, and participate in more matches. Just load your progress before the match and try again. I can't really count your possible hourly gains here since the result of the winnings are random, plus the number of players varies as well. But what I can show you are my results after doing multiple runs. When up against 3 players, here's what you can expect for the total amount of winnings per session. In first attempt, I got a whopping 450 silver when all players went all in. Lost on the second round, won again in the third round with 447 silver, and on the fourth round, I won 316 silver. But what if you want a much more simple method that can give you a huge silver in the process? The gold bar stealing method is by far one of the easiest ways to gain thousands of silver coins in the entire game. This method will allow you to easily steal gold bars from a lot of nobles in a certain concentrated area. And yes, you can access this spot even right at the very start of Chapter 2. Find this spot south of the town of Deminis. Or if you will come from the town of Hernand, head east until you reach the town of Deminis, and then go south until you reach the Deminis Wildlife Park. As mentioned, you can access this spot at the very start of Chapter 2, after you finally learn the Nature's Grasp. Keep in mind that all of the soldiers of Deminis will see you as an enemy if you try this as early as Chapter 2. It's not a big deal as there are no soldiers guarding our main farming spot. Make sure to activate the Abyss Nexus located north of the park to finally start the actual method. For you to see the route clearly, I will be showing you the 0 gold bar results first. At the very location of the Nexus, I will start using my blinding light to scan the nobles around the area. As early in the main gate, the number of spawned nobles varies as well, so keep that in mind. Use the Nature's Grasp to open the gate and press X to speed the process. Scan the nobles located near the wooden door for a possible gold bar spawn. Then moving on to the eastern part of the wildlife park, where a big wooden arching bridge is located. Then I will scan the nobles in the area for a possible gold bar spawn. Then I will access the merchant stall and scan the nobles on it, and circle back to the main square while I am trying to scan the nobles in the process. North of the circular path, I will then scan all of the nobles located near the merchant stalls, sitting at the tables or just enjoying the festival. Scan all of the nobles located on a wooden viewing platform. Then I will circle around and scan the remaining nobles on the western part of the park. There are stalls and tents here that you need to carefully check for more nobles, so keep that in mind. This route will take you back to the entrance, and the last thing that we need to do here is access the center part of the park, where there are a lot of neutral guards lined up and clapping. Head to the lion statue at the center and scan the rest of the nobles. Fast travel back to the Nexus to repeat the run, rinse and repeat. Now that you are aware of the best route to take, stealing gold bar is pretty simple. Make sure your bandit mask is on, bomb the noble, and pickpocket the gold bar. Escape towards the outer ring of the crime scene, and head back to the farming route to find your next victim. Before I show you an insane 3 gold bar sample run, here's the farming route on paper so you do have a clear visual of the route. Okay, so here's an example of a possible 3 gold bar gains per run. I will be cutting the segments here to save time as well. You will also notice that my last pickpocket here resulted in a different item, but it was a gold bar initially. To lessen this instance, don't move your character when pickpocketing. But if your concern is transparency, just look at the in-game time on the lower left that started around day 22 and at 5:55 AM, and you can see the consistency here. If that is not enough, I've linked a full run in the description for your peace of mind with a gold bar drops timestamp on it. Here's a breakdown of what I usually get. This is a 15-run attempt sample where you can see that RNG heavily fluctuates in this method. Sometimes I get 2, sometimes I get 3, then 4 gold bars per attempt. Then I have runs with 0 gold bars as well. If you somehow got a bounty when stealing gold bars, you can easily head back to the town of Hernand and visit the location of the local priest. Pay and request an absolution and you can start again. Also, don't hoard your shiny gold bars in your inventory if you have tons of them. So invest them in the local bank of Hernand so you can easily triple your money gains over time. But what if you want to be overpowered early and get the best, earliest weapons and armor sets without fighting any boss? This video will guide you on everything you need to know, so click on it and I will catch you on the next one.